Hello everybody, welcome to another crafty day. So today we are going to work a little bit more on our altered book that we started the other day with the paper doll event. So I hope that you will enjoy working on that with me. I hope you've started one of your own, and we had some free or no, I'm so sorry. We had printables that we shared with you the other day in the Junk Journal group, and they were from Blue Ring Designs printables on Etsy, and we had so much fun with them. So I'm still working on my paper dolls, but on the other on the other front, I am also working on just the book itself. And so today we're not going to work on the paper dolls. Today we are just going to be working on the book itself. So we might take several days to work on this and see what we might add to it. So today we're not doing any paper doll work, and so you could do this in any kind of a altered book that you might want to do. Hi Molly, Kathy, Sue, welcome everybody. Let me just pop over here 1 second. Oh, you guys, I don't know if you can hear or not, but I have got a dog back there who is just going bonkers. I've had two people here, right when I got ready to do something. I've had a couple of people come to be working in the yard. Hi, Martha and Carol. So, that's how that goes, right? But, my goodness, it'll work. I'm not going to worry about it. I put him off in another room. So he's a big dog. He's my daughter's dog, and he's kind of a large one. Yes, and happy Thursday to all of you. Okay, I'm going to move us down here. If you're new here, I'm Christy at My Artful Adventures. I mostly do paper crafting. So here's my little book. I still want to get something kind of a flat lace to put around here, but I thought that we would kind of work on this today. And it's so funny because, it seems like sometimes some of us it's like we're doing some of the same stuff without everyone talking to each other. I think it is just hilarious. So this was my little book that I had started, and I did my paper dolls kind of in a different way. I put these on these pages, and I just tucked these in. Some of that's a little tight on that one. She got a little tight. But I just tacked it a little bit down here, and then you can't see, and then one spot right here. I think my camera, oh my goodness, okay, well that's not going to work. Hang on 1 second. What in the world? I think I've got something kind of loose here, and I don't know where it is. Hopefully that'll stay. That was crazy. Let me see if I can move us back over. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, I'll have to watch that. If it starts going out of oh my goodness. All right, hang on. There we go. Okay, I don't want to have my stuff so far away I can't even reach it to be in the frame, right? So you never know. Oh my goodness, but thanks Molly. Thanks for putting me over there in the Junk Journal Jamboree. Or actually it's not. One day we have Junk Journal Jamboree, and then the group is actually Junk Journaling Jamboree. So that, for some of us, our old brains, that's kind of hard to remember sometimes. Oh, thanks you guys. So anyway, that was how I did my girls. So they're going to be scattered through here. I still have lots of dresses to put on here. And I also do want to, I've got some cute little things that look like a room, and I'm going to put those on some of the opposite pages. So I'll have a girl and then the room over there. But I thought it would be fun to make us some other pockets. So this is a Reader's Digest, and you can see on here, usually they are just glued to the spine. But this is just we got so many pages. So I think I want to take some of them out. And so there's about 3 different ways I think that books are put together. There's a kind that just have all the glued pages to the back. Some of them just have the signatures that are actually sewn and then sewn in. There might actually be kind of 4 ways. And then there's some signatures that are sewn and glued. So I don't know. And then, you know, a lot of times you just have to be careful. Now, because these are all glued in, I'm not going to worry about, you know, taking the bulk out of my book and my book falling apart. Or I don't really care if it's left in here inside to where there's part of the page in there, because my goal for this would be to pull the bulk out on this part of the page. Oh my gosh, is it doing that again, you guys? I do not have any idea what's wrong with that. That's just, I guess it's just gonna keep doing that. I am reached so far up here. So I'm gonna watch a second. Yes, it's still going down. Down, down, down. All right, hang on one second here. Let me see if I can do it. This is so annoying. I don't even know which part it is that is. It's got like 3 different sections that could be the culprit. Oh my goodness, you guys. Let me try this one and tighten it up. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That's just annoying. Okay, let me pull this closer to me. Then if it even gets, if it's down farther, it won't matter. Okay. The thing's practically, look, it's moved this clear into my face practically. That's how far it's like drifted down. Okay, back to work here. So, you know, I really don't care if, you know, if I've got some left back there in the spine, because all I want to do is make sure that some of this bulk is, you know, is out on the pages, because as you glue things in, it's going to get thicker and thicker and thicker through this main part of the book. Does that make sense? It does. It does, Molly. It has a whole mind of its own. Now, one of the things, and now this is an old Reader's Digest, so some of these have like pictures. Oh, this is fun, because in the book that we're doing, this page could be perfect. It would be fine to, you know, have in here. Now, I saw some other ones that I'm like, well, that would be, I don't care for that, because our paper dolls are kind of vintage. So, you know, what you can do is you can take out these and use them, you know, for something else, maybe if you want some kind of a picture. I'm not real wild about this picture, but who knows, it might fit the bill for something. Let's find another one. Another thing that we might do, oh, I put her at the end. She's going off. She might be going off to the opera or something. She's got her big coat on, so she's ready to go. She's leaving the house. Okay, like this one. Okay, I don't ever need to have this for a thing that I'm doing. So for something like that, all I'm going to do is I am going to take a little bit of glue and I'm just going to glue these pages together. I don't need to ever see that again. And I don't want it showing up in the kind of book that I'm doing, right? So I'm just going to pull this over. And one thing about it is when you put glue, you know, and sometimes you can even use, if you've got a decent brand of a glue stick, that's an easy kind of glue to glue pages together too. But I'm going to just use this like this and just leave it. But if you want pages that are a little bit sturdier, you can always, you know, glue a couple of them together. So let's go back up here to the front. We'll just kind of start working in the front. Okay, here's something else. Okay, none of this. You know, I don't really need any of that part. I'm not sure what I'll do with that. Let's move on into here though. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just kind of start working on something for some pockets. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and use this, this Distress, well, it's Distress Oxide. It's not just ink. And I'm going to use this, this Distress Oxide. It's not just ink. I'm going to use this, this Distress Oxide. It's not just ink. It's Distress Oxide. It's not just ink. It's Distress Oxide. It's not just ink. It's Distress Oxide. It's not just ink. Okay, it's a little bit different. It is called Gathered Twigs, and I thought, well, I already started using it in part of the book, and so I'm just gonna, continue to use the same color, I think, here. So it's got a little, if I had to describe it, I would say it's got a little bit more of a golden tone to it than what the Vintage Photo has to it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a side pocket in here, and I'm just going to take my punch so we can make a little, well, you got to unlock it. I'm just going to make a little punch here so we can see, and I might even just ink it a little bit more around that. So that's going to be a side pocket right there. And so that means I only want to glue on two sides. There's so many kinds of pockets that you could do, right? Whoops. So I'm just going to put that down. So we got a pocket there like that. And oh look, let's do this one. Let's make a side pocket here. Let's just fold this. And so that's going to make a sturdier edge. And I'm just going to glue a little here. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, and then we're going to put it this way. So let's go ahead and let's ink this edge so we can see that it's something different. And I don't know. I don't even think I'm going to put the little finger hole on here. Since it's only a, partial page, I think it'll be fine. And then I think I'll just kind of just give it a little more color. And that way it looks, you can see it kind of differentiates over here. And there, that has moved down to where I'm not really in the spot I want to be. That is so crazy. Wow. I'll go for a good amount of time and not have any trouble with this thing. And all of a sudden, when it starts doing these crazy things with the thing that holds the camera, it's like just never ending. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead, and to make our pockets fairly sturdy, I'm going to go ahead and glue these other two pages together. And that way it just gives it a little bit more stability. Now I don't know what I'm going to be doing with my pages yet, but we're just going to do that. And so there's like a couple of kinds of pockets that we could do. Just fold it over. Man, I didn't use very much glue, and it just feels so damp, you guys. Maybe it's just humid in here. I did notice one day it seemed like it was so hot, and I thought, I don't know why it's so hot. It's not that hot outside. But I looked, and the humidity in the house was a little bit more. Well, hey there. How are you doing? Hey, Kay is here. Stephanie, how are you doing these days? It's good to see ya. Hey, Deborah. Deborah's here, too. I am good. How are you doing, Deborah? Let's see. Who else has popped on? Thanks for popping on with me today, you guys. Now, let's take a few pages, and this way I still have room to pull pages out if I want to. In fact, now that we've got some pockets here, and you can figure that whatever we put in these is gonna, add some bulk in here. Let's go ahead and let's take a few pages. We'll fold over this way, and who knows, maybe we'll put one of our paper dolls here. But let's go ahead and let's pull out some bulk over a few pages over. And be sure and save these pages, you guys. If you start tearing from like the front or the back of your book and you tear them out, you'll get a lot better torn edges than when I first started showing you and I was more over in the middle of the book. So those were those really came out not so hot. Oh, here's one of them right here. Look how messed up that one was. So if you kind of start taking some of the bulk out from one, you know, from the front or the back, it's a little bit easier. And like I said, we're not really caring for this particular book. We don't really care that we're not taking it out from the, you know, closer to the spine area. But this, as we add things into the pockets and stuff, you know, it's going to get more full. And by taking some of these papers out, then we'll be able to, you know, enjoy a little space. Now this one, this is kind of, now we're just making pockets out of the pages themselves. But remember, we've talked about making other kinds of pockets that, you know, we made from, you know, other papers, and you could always make the other pockets out of the book pages and then put them in, right? Hey Jeannie, how are you doing? Kay says she's wrapped in a robe and taking it easy through the weekend. Oh, per doctor's instructions. Well, there you go. Well, yes, and I tell you what, if your doctor has told you to take it easy, you should. A lot of times people don't do that. They don't really heed the instructions of their medical professionals, and they're sorry later. And it always makes me sad to see that happen. So, Kay, great job on following directions. Oh, Jeannie's doing well. Great. Okay, so let's see. So another thing, let's try another kind of pocket. Oh, let's just fold one over. Let's make like a folded over pocket. So we'll just go at a diagonal here. Maybe I'll make that, well, I can't do it too much of an angle because you're going to run into over here. So I want it to, let me see, I can go a little bit deeper there. Okay. And so on this one, gotta find my inker. So on this one, we'll just take it and just put some ink again on the edge. When you can add a little bit of color. And you know what? My goodness, you guys, there are colors galore to use for inking the edges. In fact, now this collection it's got some things that are kind of some nice blue colors, and I had thought about doing that, but I thought, well, I'd already started some of this, and just to keep it consistent, I just decided to do one of these brownish colors. Okay, I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to glue this one down. That crazy dog is still in there barking. He is not happy with the guy working on the yard. Oh my goodness. And he can see, I put him in my daughter's room. So he has jumped up on the bed and he can see out the windows. That room, man, sometimes I wish that was my room. It has got so much, but on the other hand, it gets so much colder and so much hotter in that room. Hey, Cheryl, our Mama P, I was just laughing, saying about how, like minds, you know, we think alike sometimes. I was getting ready to make some pockets in my book, and the other day, because that was kind of my plan all along, and the other day I saw you were doing that, and I thought, oh, that's too funny. You know, Jimmy Lou and I one time, we made the same kind of little thing within, it may have even been the same day. And we were just laughing about it. She goes, did you make one of those too? I said, yeah. I had made a little reel about it, and I can't remember what she did, and we just laughed. It's like, great minds think alike, right, Cheryl? You did an excellent job. And you guys, you should go over, Cheryl did one the other day, and it was for an event. I think it was a page hop, and it was just a few days ago. And she did a great job explaining of, you know, the other way to be taking apart the signatures in your books, if that's the way that you want to be doing that. So go over there and check that out. You know, we love you to check out all of our crafty friends. We don't like to just keep you for ourselves. Have I tried making layered angle pocket in this way? For like on the book pages themselves? Yes, Carol, we love watching Cheryl, don't we? Hi, Charlotte. Nice to have you with us. You know, we could do that. Let's try one here. Boy, this one, you guys, my ink or my glue. These, like I said, I wonder if it's just humid enough in here that my book pages are a little bit more damp than I realized, which is strange. It's just not that, I don't feel like it's that humid in here, but who knows? I'm not a book. I don't know, because I'm not a book. Let's try one. Let's go this other direction. So what we could do is we could start, okay, did I get my, okay, I want to glue that one together. Let's put a couple here so we've got them this way. Okay, actually, let's go a little deeper into our book. Okay, so I'm going to try, we're going to do one. Let's make one pocket and we'll fold it just a little bit. I don't know if this is exactly what you're talking about. Okay, move the, oh my goodness, you guys. Yes, Carol, I will try. I have got some kind of a strange camera holder issue today. And now it is, I see what is going on again now. You guys, this is the weirdest thing today. I just don't know what in the heck is going on. Okay, bear with me for just a second. Oh. Okay, we don't want that to happen. Oh my goodness, you guys. All right, bear with me for just a second. Let me see if I can't get this up in the air and make it stay. Okay. All right, let's see if that's going to work a little better for us. Hopefully. Okay. We'll keep an eye out. Look, the thing is like clear down in my face. That's how low it has dropped down to start with. All right. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yes, and Estella was saying the same thing. Where did you purchase your big burnishing tool? You know what? Look at this. Scrapbook.com. Yep. I have a link to that in my link tree too. Scrapbook.com is, I tell you what, they've got all kinds of stuff. And don't let the scrapbook part fool you. They have got so many kinds of things. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll put this one a little bit lower. Okay, now hang on a second, I gotta go back. Who was asking about the layered ones? Kay. Yes, Kay was saying, had we tried a layered pocket like this? Okay, so this part we're gonna do. And let's see if we can do one more. Let's make it a tighter pocket. I'm not sure if this was what you meant, Kay. Okay, those aren't exactly all even, but they're layered. Tell me if that's kind of what you had in mind. There's probably some other ways we could do some layering too. So that's kind of fun. Do you like that? We'll just put a little bit of color over here too. I'm just gonna actually, this part's gonna be colored in. We'll just color it in. Who? Ta-da! Who doesn't like coloring? Okay. So now let's go ahead. I'm just going to put a drop on here, fold it over. And now, okay, now I've got to, oh here, I think I can move it down so I can, okay, that's a little bit easier for me to reach where I have it now. Okay. Yeah, but scrapbook.com has got all kinds of stuff. Okay, great. Hey, Becca. Great. I'm so glad I guessed what you meant. So this would be one way to make a layered pocket. And I don't want to keep us on here too long today. You guys, I like to just do some little short things so that you know you can pop on when you see me on here sometimes if I'm not in an event, and we can just work a little bit. I don't need to keep you all day, and we can do a little something fun. I know I don't always have tons of time to watch everybody. I would like to as well, and I'll get kind of to watching part of what they're doing, and then I have to stop, and then I'm kind of sad because then I might not, you know, get back to seeing what happened. You guys feel like that too? Yes, exactly. You just get to folding up the papers and voila, you got pockets. That's exactly right. And these aren't exactly, you know, the same size. I could have gone back in here and refolded this one and they would have been the exact same size. But, you know, it's not necessary. Okay, let's go somewhere back here farther. And I'm kind of trying to leave some big chunks so that I have room that I can still take, you know, some out. Now this, I thought this was, now I'm taking this straight out of Cheryl's. This was very clever, and I thought, I love this idea. She took, and I'm going to take a couple of pages here. I need something to, I need a clippy, you guys. That stuff is like blowing. I have a fan on and it's blowing in the way. Okay. So, this was a great idea, Cheryl. I truly loved it. You know, first I'm going to take this out. And like I said, you can either glue the, where I picked here to work though, that wasn't going to be a good place to glue that down. Okay, so, excuse me. We're just going to take a couple of pages and we're going to just cut through this way. And having the text on the pages really helps to, you know, kind of line up your, where you're cutting. Okay, I want to cut a little bit further, but my scissors are so big here. Okay. So now we've got a little place down here to make a little pocket. And this is what Cheryl was doing the other day, and I thought that is the cutest idea. And, well, I think, I don't know, it's been several days. She did something like this. I don't really remember exactly how she did it, but I remember she split the page, and I thought that was a clever idea to make a couple of pockets. So this way we're going to make one, and this could be like for some little tags. You could pull some tags in here in the bottom. So I thought that would be fun, right? And just inking. And you guys, you know, if you need to be a neat inker, you can do that. If you want to be a messy inker, you just do whatever kind of inking that you do. However it comes out the way you do it, that's your style. Don't worry about what anybody else does. It's your style. You know, when I used to do scrapbooking, everybody would say, you know, what's your style? What kind of style do you have? And I used to think, I don't really have a style. And my granddaughter told me, no, she thought I did. I go, well, I don't know what you think it is. And she goes, well, I can look at scrapbook pages from several people. And she goes, I could pretty much tell which ones that you did. And I'm like, seriously? And she goes, yeah. And I got to thinking about it. And I thought, well, I guess if I had to say what kind of scrapbook style I have, I guess it's more kind of linear and kind of neat, which is so funny because I love pages that are so, you know, more like kind of a mixed media look. But I don't do my scrapbook pages like that. So a lot of times we like things, but then somehow the way that we create them, they kind of, that's not exactly how they are, right? Kay says she is a messy inker. You rarely use ink sponges. You know what? Do you, Kay, do you mostly just use like the thing? Because, yeah, I do this a lot too. In fact, let me see. I had a piece of paper here. I'll just use this one. So a lot of times, oh, and here, we didn't do any down here. A lot of times I just take like my ink like this and do it like this. Now sometimes, you know, it's kind of hit or miss and you get a totally different look by doing it like this. Do you just pick up your ink pad and do it like that? And I mean, this is really messy, and sometimes that's the kind of look that I'm going for. It can be that kind of a look. You just never know. So you guys, we've done several looks for pockets today, and I'm sure, you know, all the kinds of folded ways you can do. We've made, not today, but we have made other pockets from papers. You could use some of these book pages and do them and put them in here. So I think that would be fun. Now, you know, let's see. Jet, so she's a messy maker. You guys, let me show you something. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut this off. I'm not going to use a paper trimmer because I think I can kind of do it like this. Okay. So we were doing rectangle. We did this and we did it with an 8x5. An 8x5. Oh my gosh. An 8.5 by 11 piece of paper the other day. And so I got to thinking about it and I thought, well, could you do it with any kind of a strip of paper? And so this is what I did. I had some little scrap of paper. Actually, you know what? Let's, just to prove my point, I'm going to cut this even down further and I'm going to show you. Okay, so you've got, let's say you have a strip of paper. All I did was I took the paper. This can make a teeny tiny one, but I decided, okay, so I'm just going to run it up here like this. And we wanted this part to be about the same distance as this. So this is about 3/4 of an inch here. So I need about 3/4 of an inch here, which I'm just going to fold it. So that's about right there. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this off. And so this is how you would do it with any size strip of paper. Okay, now then we just take this and we fold this over. And this is going to be super tiny. It's going to be very thin. And then you can make, you know, you can either make it kind of the same. You can make it different, whatever you want to do. Fold it like this. This one folds over. And and the funny thing about this I found out was when you do it like this little part right here, you can, it will match up like that, and it's like a mitered edge. So you can either do it like that, and then you've got a pocket there. You've got, like, you know, several pockets here. You've got one right here, one here, this teeny tiny one, and one like this. Otherwise, you can, you know, pull it over, and this can tuck inside. You can tuck it inside there. So, I mean, you can take that with any size, you know, of a rectangular piece of paper, and that's how you would do that little envelope thing, you guys. You love the split pockets I made? Yeah, I thought this one right here, I like this too. I think this is fun. You just rub the pad on the paper along the edges. Yeah, great. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, hey, Giselle. How are you? And Patty, thanks for popping on, you guys. So let's look back and see what we've done so far. So this was my paper doll one. This had some crocheted kind of lacy stuff, or I don't know if that's crochet. Not really. It's just kind of a vintage trim, and I had a whole thing of it, and it came from just a box of stuff I'd gotten at an estate sale. So my dollies I have in here, some of them, they've been taken out, but I made these to where these gals will slide in here. So I've got lots more stuff to do in here, but today we worked on some pockets and talking about how to reduce some of the bulk in a book like this. So here we've got a pocket here like this, and we're just making them out of the book pages. Just this one is folded. You know, that's an easy one. So you can make them easy, you can make them difficult. Here's one, just a diagonal pocket. Then Kay was asking about doing a layered one, so we did that one, and then we did this split one somewhere back here. Somewhere, there it is. So we've got a pocket going this way, and then this one is kind of fun. We can put some tags in there. So those are what we got done today, you guys. You do a lot of mixed media. Yes, why is it if we do mixed media, we kind of feel like that is super, you know, that we just like to get super messy with that, right? I feel that way anyway. I even like to smear all my stuff on with my hands. If you watch me do any of that, a lot of times my my gel, what is it called? My matte medium gel. Matte gel. I'll put that on with my hands because then I can feel where it needs it, right? You can tell where it is either thick or, you know, if it's too thin. Hey, Anne, how are you? You love her dress. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't really how it was. You know, sometimes you start something and you have kind of an idea, and sometimes you like it better than you thought you would, and sometimes you don't. And I really like the way that it turned out. I kind of wish I would have put her up a little higher. I didn't really measure between skirt and, you know, where this was going to be. But that was really fun. That was a fun thing to do the other day, and we had a great time. So I'm still not done with my paper doll altered book yet. So I'm going to be working on that a little bit once in a while. You guys, thank you so much for being here, and I will be back on Saturday. I'm going to be in an event that is we're calling it Spring Punk. So I think my time is, let me look real quick. I think I'm on at 5:30. Yeah, 5:30 Eastern, so 4:30 Central Time. So if you want to pop on and see me then, yeah, that'll be fun. And you can look and see all the other people. I'm going to peek under my phone here at you. Oh, you can see everybody that's in it. I put a, see, look at that. I'll come around here around the edge. I put a graphic that has all the creators that are going to be in the event. So check that out, you guys. I'm going to let you go. You can go back if you missed any of this, but it's super easy. Just have fun. We like to have fun, right? We like to make stuff and have fun. Go out and have a crafty day, you guys. Go take your own artful adventures. Bye-bye.